Folks, how do you make your business grow and get over the fear of prospecting, or even just kind of that detriment where you're like, man, should I go do this today? Can I tell you that when I started in this business, I started because I had just learned one of the lessons that was one of the most valuable lessons that I hope to pass on to you. I actually worked at American Express because they did a 90% tuition reimbursement program. And so that gave me the ability to basically go through school, because I was going to the University of Utah, and be able to graduate without any debt. So folks, I was on something called a service recovery team, and guess what that is? Every person calling in is extremely upset and they want you to figure it out for them, okay? And I will tell you that was really good experience for me because as a young kid, it was an issue. But this is the key. I was used to being on the phone, but my mentor told me when I got into my very first position, and this was actually the loan industry that I did for 3 years before I'd been in the real estate industry for the last 20, okay, 18 now. And what I'll tell you is they said, look, if you're not on the phone, you're not working. And I have learned that time and time and time again that if I ever see a lull, I ever see a pause, I ever see that roller coaster event, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is being in front of people, because it's just a fact. The more hands you shake, the more opportunities that you will make. And you have to be in front of people. You have to, and think about the level of being able to reach people. By phone is different than maybe by video, than maybe by face-to-face, maybe in a public event. And you need to just know that it does take reaching people because it's a social game. It's getting to know more people and having the opportunity to serve them. So I just first and foremost say there's a couple things that I just want to go over with you to help you overcome this, because it's a real issue. Not only have I ever have it, even to this day, but I have made thousands and thousands of cold calls, and I've been super fortunate in the business to have closed and helped so many families. But also they've been able to reach people that have never would have been reached because I made the effort and energy that just other people in our business just won't do. And first of all, you got to have that ability where you truly want to provide a world-class customer service experience and value to the person. If you're going to reach out, you're going to cold call, you're going to do whatever, you want to be a valuable person. You want to be a person of authority. So just make sure that before you get on calls, and every single day, and this isn't just about cold calling, folks, this is about business and life, is that you want to make sure that you are the best for the job. So you're digging the time to know the market, know the area, know the things that are going on, and really you can provide them those things. So when you're getting on the phone, think, what can I do to serve that person? Is it to get them a home value? Is it to help them understand interest rate? Is it to get them in front of a lender? Is it to get them a contractor? Is it to just kind of listen for a minute so that you can maybe give some advice that may be things that you've learned, right? Folks, you're going to end up doing something that you have to provide value to them. And I will tell you, it takes you away from that moment of anxiety, because now you're going to a place of service as opposed to a place of, I got to do this. Okay. It just changes your position and your mindset, and it changes your frequency of energy, because now you're operating at a high frequency as opposed to a me. It's, how can I serve you? Okay. I know it sounds simple, but common sense is not common practice. And that's why I'm making this video, to help you know. The number 2 item that I made a note on here was that just don't be someone you're not. Folks, when you're reading from a script, when you're reading those things, scripts, I will tell you, are absolutely gold and very important. But know the script. Make it your own. Okay. Know it by heart. Know what to say. Practice it. Do it every single day. Script training is so important. Do it every day. I'll say it again. Do it every day. It's going to be important for you to be a pro and be able to serve people at the highest level. But if you sound like a robot and you sound like you're going through and how can I help you with your home value, you just sound like an idiot. And in fact, you sound inauthentic, and it really makes you sound so salesy. It's actually kind of repulsive. So just take the time to know what to say and how to say it so that you can come off authentic. And again, if you're always come from the point of how can I serve you, it will always come through genuine and authentic because you truly want to serve them. And folks, if you don't want to serve people, you're probably in the wrong industry anyway. There's a lot of things you can do as opposed to being in the sales and service industry of real estate. Okay. The last point that I kind of made a note on here is that you just have to know that success is a chain of events of successful things that you've done over time. Success is essentially making sure that you've done the right things over time And that's how you see people. But it's not perfect along the way. So just know that when there was an agent that came to the office and he says, I've been calling all these people. And he's like, man, some of these are 2 and 3 and 4-year-old leads. And I just had to say, listen, I cold called hundreds and hundreds of people that never even wanted anything to do with real estate. And I was closing on my own almost 50 deals a year. When I decided to pursue listing, I was closing almost 100 deals on my own. I will never feel sorry for you because you're calling older leads that maybe you can't get a hold of. Folks, you can make this business, but it is a mindset, it's a skill set, and it's a habit. I'm going to say it again. Mindset, skill set, habits. If you can master that, you can master life. But in this industry, be aware of, okay, that you can't be afraid of failure. Know that people aren't going to be able to accept your services. Understand that what you have to give, they may not be ready for today. But there will be certain people that you will reach that'll be like, you're exactly what I've been waiting for. And it's because you have what they need at that time. But it may take 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, 200 people, 1,000 folks before you find the one person. But when you provide that person so much value, you will see your value compounds because they provide you referral. And they provide you referrals. And they provide you referrals. And next thing you know, you have hundreds of clients. My very first client that I ever served, I've done over 10 million in real estate transactions with. My very first guy. And all I did was cold call him and said, how can I help you? And I genuinely wanted to help him. We figured it out, and here we are still working together. And I'm still in contact with him, and frankly, I talked to him last week. So just know, this is not a short-term game, it's a long-term game. I promise if you play it, it's successful. And not only is it successful like monetarily, but it's successful to you. Like you're serving people at a higher level because you're being your best self, and now you can give that person away, which I think is what life's about. Folks, if you're looking for what to do, what to say, how to do things, please reach out. I will be happy to help you. I listen to my agent's phone calls. I listen to my own phone calls. There is a certain way to say things that I know that can be strategic and a way to kind of improve, because you do need to improve. Accountability is important, so that you can improve yourself. It's just practice does make perfect, but sometimes you need a third-party person that's been assisting you. So if you need anything, please reach out, and to your success.